Well, good afternoon. My name is Principal Edward Gordon.
And I'm Anna Banks.
And we're so glad that you have joined us for another episode of Youth Leadership Conversations with Anna and Edward. So, Anna, how are you doing this afternoon?
I am doing well. I had a great weekend. Got a chance to spend some time with my nephews who are just growing up so fast. In fact, one of them had a birthday. And so, I really love working and being around youth. And so, which makes our talks each week, so important. So tell me today, Edward, what is the importance of youth leadership?
Well, that is a wonderful question. And I, too, get excited every week to be able to have this brief conversation with you and to share with the audience about the importance of youth leadership. And today we're just going to continue along our journey, and we're going to talk about some leadership skills that are fundamental to success. And when people understand, our mentor, John C. Maxwell, is an expert in leadership. And he once said, a leader is one that knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And leadership is critical and the effective tool that creates confidence among members of an organization and encourages a professional and positive environment that allows us for successful execution. And not only does leadership ensure that individual success, but also the success of a group. And as we look to the future, our youth, it is clear that the youth will be responsible for nearly all aspects of society. For adolescents to develop skills in leadership, society is guaranteed a bright future of impactful initiatives and well-executed ideas. And I'm so glad we have the opportunity to be ambassadors and trainers for the Wave Youth Leadership Program. Another thing that we want to talk about is that the future will require effective leadership. Practically everyone around the world has some type of unique idea, but unfortunately, most of them are never brought to life. With ever-changing advancements and adaptations to industries and workplaces, it is becoming more and more common for those cubicle-type environments to disappear. And instead, many of the largest companies and organizations around the world are adapting to place individuals in group settings where they are required to generate an idea and execute it from start to finish in these settings. And leadership is especially key to the success of the group. Much of society's youth today, sad to say, lack these collaborative experiences where confidence and leadership are crucial. And I'm so excited that with the Wave Youth Leadership Program, there's many activities that really support teamwork and collaboration to teach those skills that our youth are going to need in the future. Another thing that I want to talk about is in reference to the fact of we want to have our students developing leadership skills as they're going through adolescence. And this is a very pivotal period of time where some youth are granted the opportunity to develop and gain firsthand experience in leadership as they transition to adulthood and maturity. It is during this transition where youth learn how to work with peers, to apply their potential, and to transform creative ideas into concrete results. Youth leaders are often represented with a strong sense of credibility and knowledge and are able to show others to remain confident through tough times. I want you to understand that through effective leadership, youth are able to open new doors and assess one's fullest potential for not only themselves, but for those around them as well. Leadership is one of the key factors that differentiates an idea or potential from proper execution. Otherwise, these ideas and valuable potential go to waste. And there's so many ideas out there, we definitely do not want these ideas to go to waste. And the last thing I want to talk about is what it really means to be a leader. Ultimately, leadership is not about a glorious crowning acts. but rather keeping a team focused on a goal and motivated to do their best to achieve it, especially when the stakes are high. Effective leadership is the underlying framework for other success, and being able to stand back and let them shine as future generations reap the positive effects and benefits. Teaching this society's youth is a fundamental part of ensuring positivity, success, and effective execution for the future. And I don't know about you, Anna, but for me, this is why I love to be a part of this movement, Wave Youth Leadership Program, and all of the teachings and the lessons that this program has to offer. And I believe that as we continuously work together to get this program out into the various schools and community agencies, we can definitely be a part of this movement to make a difference, because leadership is definitely a key and important for the future. And I just wanted to take this opportunity this afternoon just to share again the importance of leadership, and also the importance of how having programs like the Wave Leadership Program in our schools, in our community agencies and organizations is going to definitely help to build a foundation for a brighter future. So I wanted to share that with the audience this afternoon. And I'm so glad, just like you, of being a Wave Youth Leadership Ambassador and trainer.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Edward. As I was listening to you today, and I hope that some of our listeners actually took a couple of notes, because I did. And you gave us 4 key points that I think are great takeaways as we conclude this segment. And that is, leadership skills are fundamental to success. Absolutely fundamental. The second one is that the future will require effective leaders. And so if we're not doing it now, when? The third is that developing leadership skills as an adolescent, it's important as they are growing into their teen and maturing, that they learn these as early as possible. And the fourth, just sharing some tips on what it really means to be a leader. And so thank you for this teaching today, Edward. And I'm just excited, as you are, to be a part of this Wave Youth Leadership and getting these types of skill training out to our young people. For those of you who want to connect with Edward and I, about setting up this type of a program for your school, your youth serving organization, your church, your synagogue, whatever group that you're with, please reach out to us at Wave Youth Leadership NJ@gmail.com. Again, that's Wave Youth Leadership NJ@gmail.com. Thanks again, Edward, for sharing those nuggets with us. And for our listening audience, thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone.